Let us learn and practice how to provide an IUPAC name for a given organic compound. We shall take up an important PYQ for the practice of nomenclature of organic compound. And the question is, a structure is given here and IUPAC name of the compound. This structure has to be determined or found out. Now, looking at the structure, it appears to be a complex or complicated. But if you follow the rules properly and look at the options provided here, it becomes very easy to draw or write the IUPAC name of the compound. And if you look at the options here, you find that all the four options end with the root word octane. It's very good. We get a hint here that the root word is octane. The number of carbon atom in the longest chain should be 8. Of course, there might be smaller chains which we have to ignore. But simultaneously, I would like to advise you that uh, don't depend upon the root word provided over here. It would always be better to go through the structure and find out if there is any other longest chain which is possible here. Definitely, as I find, there is no longest chain greater than 8 carbon atoms, and therefore the root word is octane. That's right. Then next, we have to look at the options again, and we find that there are substituents. The substituents are ethyl, methyl, isopropyl, and of course, a combination of methyl ethyl is also provided here. So we take care about these substituents. No functional group is provided over here in the structure, and it is the substituents which could be properly cared for. And we know that it is definitely an hydrocarbon having ethyl substituent, methyl substituent, and isopropyl substituent. Now, while picking up the longest chain and numbering the carbon atom in the longest chain which should be octane, it is necessary to follow the alphabetical order because E comes first for ethyl, then methyl, and then propyl, isopropyl. Anyway, so you have to number the carbon atom from an end where E is first, ethyl group is there, ethyl substituent. Now, it would always be better to find out here, and as we find there are 8 carbon atoms in this chain. There is another chain having 8 carbon atoms, and the chain is like this. So definitely diethyl has to be taken care for, and we find there is diethyl group in the chain marked with the green lines. Therefore, it is always better to write it in a proper manner so that we can make it out convenient. And if you write it properly, the 8 carbon atoms are represented in this chain. And from where to number, you have to number from an end where ethyl group comes first, and that is diethyl. So this way we find here on the right hand side, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this makes the root word octane. And here is the diethyl. But diethyl group is there with a carbon, diethyl substituent is there with a carbon that is third here. So it is 3,3-diethyl. And then 5-isopropyl. If you look at the isopropyl here, it is 4-isopropyl, 4-isopropyl. That's not the situation. And here is an isopropyl group in the 5th position. And this is isopropyl group. So 3,3-diethyl, 5-isopropyl is okay. And At the fourth position, there is a methyl group, as you look here. So what we have uh, found that it becomes easy to write it in a proper manner, and the structure becomes simpler to name. So therefore, we can say that option 2 is correct. And accordingly, if you come back to the question again, we find that option 2 is correct and this is the correct answer. So that way we can make out a complicated structures, of course, not at all complicated, but appear to be complicated, make easy by writing it properly and taking care about the options given over here. And even if the options are not there, we can make it out in the way I have explained. Okay, thank you. Please go through such structures again, and we shall have more number of structures gradually one after the other. Thank you again. Please do subscribe to our channel.